Good Monday morning, KELY News is sponsored by Sahara Motors. The Kawasaki KX450 is built out of the box with everything you need to dominate the track. Check it out today at Sahara Motors and let the good times roll. I'm Ruby Hartwell. After dragging out the jackets for a cool Monday morning, we'll see a nice day today with the high around 74, but by the weekend, we'll be back to 90 degrees. Wildfire activity remains high in Lincoln County as firefighters battle 3 major fires, and the Great Basin has been elevated to Preparedness Level 4, reflecting heavy demand for firefighting resources nationwide. The Parsnip Peak fire near Pioche has grown to more than 3,000 acres with no containment. The Dry Canyon fire is now estimated at 1,705 acres and is 10% contained, while the Cane Springs fire near Caliente has reached 75% containment at just over 17,000 acres. Fire officials say hot, dry, and windy conditions continue to increase the risk of rapid fire growth across the region. Firefighters have made progress on the Grapevine fire burning south of Caliente. The fire is now estimated at 26,460 acres and is 6% contained. Fire officials say milder fire behavior allowed crews to establish containment along the southwest edge of the fire. On Monday, firefighters will strengthen those control lines, while hotshot crews are deployed into the rugged, southeast portion of the fire to expand suppression efforts. White Pine County Commissioners will hold a special meeting this afternoon at 1 p.m. to conduct a public hearing and consider approval of a budget augmentation for fiscal year 2026. The proposed resolution would appropriate funds from the county's Emergency Medical Services Fund for payment to the White Pine County Fire District. The White Pine County Sheriff's Office responded to dozens of calls between June 23rd and 27th, ranging from welfare checks and domestic disturbances to thefts, fraud, and suspicious activity. Deputies made 7 arrests during the week, including a Washington man wanted on an out-of-state warrant, 2 drivers arrested on DUI charges, and several people taken into custody on local warrants and other offenses. Investigators are also actively working several cases, including reports of suspected drug sales, a bicycle theft, a reported sex crime, a battery at a local motel, and package theft. Deputies also responded to a semi-truck fire, a brush fire, multiple accidents, and numerous juvenile and animal-related calls across White Pine County. A Nevada prison healthcare crisis is drawing renewed scrutiny as lawsuits and staffing shortages continue to mount. With Ely State Prison, part of a system advocates say is struggling to meet basic medical needs. One inmate, serving a life sentence, is now suing the Nevada Department of Corrections, alleging years of delayed treatment and failed prescriptions. A federal judge has already approved a court-appointed attorney, saying the case may have merit under the 8th Amendment. Kate Reynolds at the Nevada Independent writes this morning how at Ely State Prison and other facilities, officials acknowledge ongoing staffing shortages, leading to delays in care and more outside hospital trips. Lawmakers have approved millions in temporary funding and overtime costs, but critics say the system remains overstretched, with rising medical complaints and preventable health risks behind bars. Nevada agriculture officials have confirmed a case of equine infectious anemia in a horse in Nye County. The Nevada Department of Agriculture has quarantined the affected facility and exposed horses, while veterinarians work to prevent the disease from spreading. Officials say the virus affects horses, donkeys, and mules, but does not pose a risk to humans. Horse owners are urged to use good biosecurity practices, control flies, avoid sharing equipment, and keep horses current on required EIA testing, especially before travel, events, or purchasing new owls. Nevada lawmakers are weighing whether to eliminate the state's board of homeopathic medical examiners after a recent discussion by the Sunset Committee. Critics say there is limited scientific evidence supporting homeopathic medicine and question the need for a separate regulatory board. Supporters argue the board provides oversight for integrative and alternative care, which continues to grow in popularity. Officials say the board is also about $121,900 in debt and currently oversees about 50 licensees, with 15 applications pending. Nevada created the board in the 1980s and is one of only 2 states with such an agency. And that's your morning news from White Pine County and the state of Nevada. Ruby Hartwell reporting. Be well.